Alright guys, we are moving along. We are currently on the Cabot Trail. Well, sort of. We're pretty much like just outside of the national park area. I just kind of wanted to, stop first because for some reason, okay, so I was going to say I did a little bit of a detour, but it was kind of not my decision. It was Google's decision. Reason why is because I was going to go to this place called the Gypsum Mines. And it's like a big swimming hole and it looks really, really cool, and it was highly recommended by Chelsea. And I get there and the trail is closed. It is kind of whatever. Apparently they're doing maintenance on the actual trail to get in there. So she's like, yeah, if you're still around, it'll be open again after 5. I'm like, oh, okay, well, we'll see. So maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I don't know. Tomorrow's goal is essentially to get about halfway up the Cabot Trail, and then we're going to end up finding somewhere to basically camp out for the night. But basically, this place is beautiful. Look at all the freaking clouds over there that are just rolling in. It is incredible. So that is where the actual national park is. I know you can't see much right now because of all those clouds, but it is beautiful out here. It's so quiet. There's literally just like a couple of houses. There's one right there. Imagine owning that property and this is your view just all day, every day. I don't even really have a plan for today. I'm just kind of like finding random spots to stop at. I'm actually kind of looking for the entrance because I know you have to buy like a ticket or pass or whatever to get in here or to get in there. And I don't really remember where that is. It should be coming up soon. So I got to do that. I'll probably buy a pass for like 3 days because I'm going to be in and out for a while. And then we're going to be basically backtracking back home. But yeah, this should be quite lovely. Hopefully the weather holds up. I don't know. Out here the weather is kind of questionable sometimes. Alright, so we are almost in the national park area. Let me close these windows a bit so it's not so noisy for you. But yeah, it's kind of like driving into Jurassic Park. It's like crazy. You could already see where all those mountains are. You can tell they're pretty high up because of where the clouds are. So now I just got to figure out where the entrance is, buy my pass, and yeah, we're pretty much there. Okay, so apparently something changed. We don't need a pass anymore, which is good. In my opinion, that's the way it should be. But anyway, we don't need a pass. Apparently all the parks in Canada are now free. Interestingly enough, but yeah, so basically I'm gonna go and stop at this one trailhead. It's called Le Buttereau trailhead. Apparently it's right by the ocean. It looks really cool. Yeah, so let's check that out first. I'm just kind of taking it easy today. I'm just kind of doing whatever, and then tomorrow, like I mentioned, we're going to be going up towards Meat Cove. Apparently it is supposed to be haunted, and there are rumors of a Bigfoot out in that area, so that should be fun. And that's actually outside of the national park. It's all Crown land, so we can actually camp out there at our leisure and do our thing. Alrighty, so we are in it. We have entered Jurassic Park. I'm just joking, obviously. This is not Jurassic Park. This is Cabot Trail, Highland National Park, whatever, of Cape Breton. In about 2 minutes, we will be stopping at the trailhead. Damn, the views out here are pretty incredible. So we're literally just at the beginning, and this is what you see. Lots of mountains. The trail is up here. I think I'll do this one. Might as well. We need a little bit of exercise to start off the day. And once we kind of get up there, the views should be pretty freaking incredible. It's already so quiet. So apparently there are a lot of moose out here, as you can see. So got to be careful with those guys because they can kill a human. Yeah, I don't have any other plans today, so we got nothing but time. Literally nothing but time. I think it's about to storm. I'm hearing thunder. Oh shit. Probably should have grabbed an umbrella, but now I'm too lazy to turn back. Once you start, you cannot turn back. But yeah, I think there's definitely a storm rolling in. Look at this. We are pretty elevated too. Uh-oh. So there is a lookout apparently just up this way. Damn, this trail is a lot steeper than I thought it was going to be. Looks like this kind of loops around. I can almost see the ocean. Almost. Damn, the weather just like changed in an instant. Holy crap, look at that. Well, we have a bit of a view so far. I think I should have just kept going on the main trail, but I don't know, this just seemed interesting. So there is a trail, it's called the Skyline Trail. Some of you guys may have heard of it, some of you may even have hiked it. We actually hiked it many years ago. That was probably 10 to 12 years ago, and apparently it's become, oh wow, this is really cool. But apparently it's become so freaking popular that like in the middle of the day, if it's reaches capacity, about 600 or 700 people at one time, they literally have to close the trail because it gets just too busy. But check this out, look at this, look how high up I am right now. Not that high, but high enough that the view is incredible. Damn, just all the clouds moving in. That is definitely a sight to see, and that's the reason why it's known as the Highlands. Let's keep going through this way. This is not much of a trail, to be honest. I mean, it's a trail, but it's so freaking narrow that it's actually kind of annoying. Oh wow, that is cool. That's neat. Yeah, there's definitely a storm coming in. It's a brewing. Damn, not bad. This is freaking amazing. Look at that. You can see the water starting to pick up. It's definitely a storm out there, and it's looks to be heading in our direction. Actually, it looks like it's already on that side. But whatever, we'll make the best of it, regardless of whether it rains and storms and does whatever it wants to do. But ain't that something? That is just so cool. Well, we're continuing on down the trail now, and the views are amazing. There is a beach down there. I was thinking of going down there, but then I kind of just figured, you know what, there's going to be a lot of beaches. There's some beautiful beaches on the other side. So basically, the Cabot Trail, for those of you that don't know, is a very, very long road. It's not actually a trail, it's like a road that goes up through all the mountains, and then on the other side, you end up on a little, like, a bunch of like little coastal towns. Years ago when we did it, we did the Scenic route, so it ended up taking like an extra hour, hour and a half, but in my opinion it was so worth it. It was so beautiful out there, and from what I remember is there's tons of really cool beaches and other really neat stuff to see as well. So yeah, we are about to be on one heck of an adventure. This is just the beginning. So far, the other thing to note is no wildlife, no droppings or anything so far. So we're not going to encounter a moose or an angry bear or something. But let's keep going. So this is kind of interesting. There actually used to be like a little village in this area up until 1936 when they created the national park. I think the reason why a lot of people left, and it's kind of the same thing out in Banff, if you guys remember, there was a ghost town that we actually visited out there. It used to be a little mining ghost town, and essentially what had happened was when they built the national park, a lot of the industries, if not all of the industries, essentially had to shut down because they were obviously invasive or whatever, and a lot of those people are just long gone. But apparently, if you look hard enough, you can actually see traces of their homes, and this actually used to basically connect this village to an area called Chetty Camp, I think it's what its name is, which is further up the road that way. Okay, I think we've made it to the first scenic point, methinks. Looks quite nice. Oh yeah, not bad. Pretty cool view. It's actually really cool because of the mist down there. Damn, I already just felt a raindrop. The rain is a-comin'. This might be a little bit of a buzzkill for our adventure today, but let's go further into the woods. I am enjoying this. What the heck? I really was not expecting this for some reason. Well, I guess not for some reason. Somebody obviously built this, but there's like a little boardwalk. It probably turns into like marshland over here, hence the reason why they decided to add this, so that way you're not constantly just walking through muck and mud constantly. Is there another scenic lookout? Oh, I think right here. Let's see. How are we looking? Oh, that's cool. That is a pretty cool view right there. Look, somebody's literally driven right up onto the beach. That could be a cool camping spot. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow once we get up to Meat Cove, which is like pretty much the most northern part of this this part of the island, and I don't really know what to expect. The weather keeps changing. It was actually supposed to be really nice, but I guess if it's overcast and a little bit of rain, we could deal with that because it'll actually make it cooler, which will be better for sleeping, obviously. Well, this would be an amazing view. I mean, it is a cool view, but it's a little obstructed. Unfortunately, you can't really, you can like almost see, I see a white, I think that's a Forerunner out there. Let me see, let me zoom in a little. That's as far as I can go. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna either turn around or continue. This is just as a loop, so I mean, is there really a point? Yeah, you know what? Let's see if we can find maybe some remnants of the old houses that used to be here. Technically, this is a ghost town, technically speaking. Oh, we found something. There's like a old rock wall, probably a foundation to an old house or something. Oh yeah, here's the guy's name. Interesting. And yes, they are all French because this was an Acadian area, which are basically the first settlers. I don't know why I'm so zoomed in, sorry guys, but basically when the first settlers from France came to Canada, they basically landed in this area. And the cool thing, or interesting thing rather, is that their names. So they usually had their last name was actually their parents' name. So that one, for example, said Augustus of Edward, essentially. This is kind of how they used to do things back in the day. And yeah, that is pretty much the Canadian history. Okay, I'm back in the car, and this kind of sucks. It just started raining. Not exactly ideal when you want to go hiking through a national forest, but I'm going to go further up into the Cabot Trail and see what else we find. I'll see if I find anything intriguing. There's like so many trails out here, so many places you can stop and look at. But yeah, I don't really know what I want to do, but as we get further in, I'll kind of dictate from there. Found another really cool spot here. I think that's called Pillar Rock or whatever. It's like a little rock pebble beach thing. Rain is kind of on and off, so ain't gonna let it stop me. No, no, sorry. Whoa. But breaking my ankle might. Alright, time to do a water test. Gosh, there's so many rocks and pebbles here. Actually, not bad. You know, that would actually be swimmable. Huh. Maybe tomorrow we'll actually go swimming in the ocean. Oh, wet my foot. Beautiful. What a nice spot. Damn, those views are just something else. With the fog rolling in, that is wild. It looks like it's actually clearing up down there too. Maybe we'll end up all the way down there and it'll actually be nice. So one thing I do remember is there's very few like areas to really stop. There's very few areas to get gas, food, stuff like that. But I do remember that there is this fantastic restaurant. It's right on the water. The only thing is I don't have any cell service right now, because as soon as you get to this point, there's like literally almost no cell service. It's kind of hit or miss. It comes and goes. I think there's one cell tower in like the entire national park. Go figure. Unless things have changed. I don't remember. That's what it was like 10 years ago. But there's this beautiful restaurant. It's right on the water. You can get a fantastic lunch. I don't know if we're going to even make it that far today. My time limit is to leave here by about 7:30. And then we're going to have probably about a 2-hour drive back to the Airbnb. We're coming back through this way tomorrow anyways. And then we're going to also be in this area the day after. So it doesn't really matter. But yeah, let's go further down here because I'm just very curious as to where this road leads. If you guys know me, I gotta go and explore every road. But then afterwards, hopefully we can make it to this really cool restaurant. This is exactly what I came here for. Just these views. Nothing else. Nothing more. Pretty friggin' incredible. There is virtually no breeze today. That is crazy. It's not like super hot. It's actually quite enjoyable. It is a little bit humid. I mean, we are directly by the ocean. Man, I cannot stop scratching. I have so many mosquito bites from camping the other night. But yeah, the weather is like, I don't know, it's annoying with the rain. Like I said, it looks like it's kind of clearing up regardless of the clouds and the fogs down there. But it looks like it's kind of clearing up. So hopefully later in the day it should be better. Alright, we are on the move again. I did make a little pit stop back there because it was just so beautiful. I had to, and there was this really beautiful memorial as well for soldiers who passed away at war. But yeah, now we're driving up the mountains pretty much. My ears are popping. I don't know where we're gonna end up next. I had a spot pointed out, the French Lake Lookout or whatever. There's also the Skyline Trail. I want to do it again because it is so beautiful. It is probably the best trail out here. Oh, this is it. They probably closed it though, I imagine. Let's see. Let's see if it's worth doing. I'm gonna actually stop for a second because I don't want to spend too much time. We may have the benefit of the rain. It's kind of a pro and a con because it's raining, so it's a con, but it's also a pro because there's a lot less people out here. That's what I'm noticing. Let's see how long this trail actually takes. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. It's gonna take up too much time. It's going to literally take about an hour and a half to 2.5 hours to do the whole thing, and I just don't have that kind of time or patience today, but I can assure you there are plenty more lovely spots out here to go and explore. We don't just have to do the most popular spot. Damn, the freaking mountain ranges out here are unreal. So somewhere down there, there's a spot called Fishing Cove. So I stopped down that way and I looked at how long the trail would actually take, and it was like 6 hours. I'm like, hell no. If you start at maybe like 6 a.m., sure, why not? But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive all the way to a restaurant that I found that's maybe about 12 minutes up the road, and then eat, and then we'll see what else we end up getting up to today. But I gotta remind myself that today is not the only day we're spending out here. I always feel like I'm like rush. I gotta do so much, but really I'm kind of like on vacation time, sort of, anyway, until at least tomorrow night. So I gotta remind myself, like, just take it easy, just take it in, enjoy it. But my brain is always like, work. I don't know why I do that. It's a very bad habit. It's a good habit to have, but also a very bad habit. Oh, I'm so happy the sun is coming back out. Also, the other thing is, the annoying thing about Cabot Trail, it's not really that annoying, it's actually quite cool. There's a lot of scenic lookouts. Like, look at that. Mountains and ocean. So over there you have the valley, and then down that way, it's pretty much kind of where we're heading anyways. Absolutely gorgeous. It's a little bit hazy, but it kind of adds to it. Yep, like I said, a lot of scenic spots out here. We've got to stop and look at them all. Just look at every single freaking one. Let's look from up here. Okay, I seriously want to see a seal. Apparently there's seals down there. So where I'm heading next is literally right down there. There's a sort of like a little town kind of thing. I think I remember this from the first time. I'm actually quite certain that we stopped and ate at the exact same place. There's 2 or 3 restaurants down there. But definitely beautiful. Wow. Damn it, it looks even better from over here. There's so many people on that platform. I bet you anything there might be whales out there. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually grab the camcorder real quick, just in case. Well, unfortunately, no whales. There are like groupings of fish and stuff. I don't know if the better lookout for whales is up here or down there. I would like to see one. Haven't seen one at all this year. We did see some last year in Newfoundland at Cape Spear, so that was cool. So it's not like I have never seen a whale. We also did see a dead whale 2 years ago. I believe it was at Crystal Crescent Beach, not far from Halifax. But I'm going to continue on down, and man, the weather is so weird up here because like 1 minute the sun's out, then it gets really hot. Especially the air is so humid here that the humidity, the moisture, like literally heats up and it just slaps you right in the face. But I'm going to continue on down there, find the restaurant, and then from there maybe check out one of the beach areas. Maybe we can see whales, if anything, from there. I'll wait a little bit. I'll give it a second since we're actually looking pretty good for time. We should have about a good like 4 more hours out here. Fresh local mussels and oysters. I don't know, I just need to be in a vibe or in a mood for mussels or oysters. Let's go take a look at the menu here at the Rusty Anchor. honestly totally down for fish and chips, which I'm gonna assume they probably have. Oh man, that was really good fish and chips. The batter was a little bit weird, like it didn't really stick to the fish very well, but man, it tasted really good. And I don't know what they did to their tartar sauce, but it was amazing. Just, I guess, the right balance of mayo. But yeah, shout out to the Rusty Anchor restaurant. Really, really good. This now I'm trying to figure out what the heck we're gonna go and do. I'm probably gonna go down to the Pleasant Bay Beach area just because it looks cool and we might actually spot some whales. You never know. Oh look, another beach. It's quite lovely. Very calm and relaxed. I think I'm gonna chill here for a little bit. What I need first is I need caffeine. I'm dying. And I don't think there's any coffee shops around here, so I'm gonna make my own. Ready, she is warming up. Let's start a brand new pack here. Yeah, there we go. Get her in there. I need so much caffeine, I'm gonna have a double shot. Just feeling exhausted. Man, this trip, I know I've said it a few times, but this trip has really taken a lot out of me. And it's a little noisy over here because there's a guy cutting the grass, which is fine. Somebody's gotta do it. But it would be nice if it was quiet. Alright, got shot one. We're gonna need another one. Extra caffeine me, baby. Let's go. I love that I could just do this literally anywhere. No one needs Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons who? Love it. Love that off-grid lifestyle, don't you? Whew. Let me know down in the comments below. How many of you guys love to go like kind of off-grid, camping, places like this? Tomorrow, I mean today I'm staying in an Airbnb. I haven't even showed it to you guys yet. I'll probably show it maybe either tonight or tomorrow. It's really cool. I have a view kind of like this, a little bit farther away, but kind of like this. But yeah, tomorrow we are going fully off-grid again, at least for one night. And then we're going to start backtracking. I think we're going to stop in New Brunswick and then maybe Quebec along the way. And then in a few days, I'll pretty much be back home. Alright guys, we have moved on from the beach. It was lovely, but no whales. I was just waiting there for like maybe 20-30 minutes. Enjoyed my espresso, pulled out the beach chair and just basically sat there. Now, I'm going to actually go and check something because I feel like I got to get the body moving after eating. Now I got a little bit of extra energy and we got to burn it off. So we're going to go to something called the Sheiling. It's like some, I don't even know. It's like some, yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but I'll show you when we get there. But the sun is a-shining and it is beautiful today. All right, our little adventure begins. Apparently it's just a short little 15-20 minute hike. But I spotted it on Google Maps. It looks interesting. Apparently it's an old shepherd's hut. This is also apparently the largest hardwood forest in the Maritimes. Did not know that. It's also one of the most protected areas in this area specifically. And literally access to this forest is supposedly limited to just a trail. Yes, they do that. They limit your access to the forest here in Canada, but okay, whatever. I don't really care. Anyway, so basically it was just a little hut. I don't know how exciting it's going to be, but I just wanted to walk. That's all I really want to do, and just enjoy the great outdoors here. Well, you could see it from here. There is the lone Sheiling, apparently. So I guess back in the day, people used to live out here and shepherd things. And they used to live in those little huts. Let's get a little closer. There it is. Pretty cool looking. So apparently this specific area used to be home to Scottish settlers. Oh look, it's literally like right next to the highway. Could have literally just parked right there and gotten out just to see it, but it's nice to go for a little walk. But yeah, apparently they settled here. They built their homes, and I guess eventually the family like gave up their 100 acres to form what is now the park. So that's kind of interesting. So it's cool because they used to like live out here, you know, cut firewood and hunted and fished and all those things in order to survive. Can you actually go in it? Oh, you can. Hello? Any bears in here? It's actually a lot bigger than I expected. That's some spray paint. I don't know why people do that. So this is not an exact, this is a replica just to show how they used to live. But as you can see, there's nothing in here. It's kind of cool how they did it though. It's like straw roof. Pretty cool. Well, that was worth seeing, I guess. I mean, it's a quick little thing, not much to it. But we can continue down the trail. I guess we can go that way and then cross the river, and then it looks like the trail goes basically back to the parking lot. So that'll be another kilometer. I think I am going to start backtracking because tomorrow we're coming back out this way anyways, but I'm going to probably stop at another trail along the way and just do like a full maybe 4-kilometer hike, hopefully. I think there's one called Benji's Lake. I think that's about 4 or 5 kilometers, so that should be doable, and then we should be able to finish by like 7:30ish. This is beautiful. Check this out. It's a little buggy, but not bad. I wonder if like that walkway there has always been there. Actually, I wonder if there was always a bridge here as well. This is so cool. What a beautiful spot. So the other thing is, this is apparently a large coyote habitat, so we do got to be cautious of them. But there's a sign there that basically says back away slowly, don't run away, act big, be loud, etc., etc. And essentially it says if the coyote doesn't leave or doesn't stop bothering you and actually attacks, basically find something and beat the shit out of it. It didn't exactly word it that way. I worded it that way, but in essence, that's pretty much what they said. Now you might be wondering, well, why didn't you just bring your rifle with you? In the need of wildlife defense, you could just use that. Well, it being a national park, unfortunately, we can't do that. And we also don't have, you know, the same gun rights that you guys in America do. It's just a little bit different. If it was like Crown land, sure. Out here, basically not so much. What's kind of cool about this spot too is all the sugar maple trees, just literally everywhere. Apparently they thrive out here, hence why the trees are so massive. Out here you could definitely make maple syrup great again. Get the merch. I was actually hoping for a spot just like this where we can actually get closer to the river. I don't know why, it's just so beautiful. Look at this, nice, clean, pristine water, completely untouched. Let's see how cold it is. There's some things swimming in there. Oh, that's actually really nice. That is like refreshing. This would be a really good camping spot, but unfortunately, because it's a national park, you can't just camp wherever you like. You have to get a permit. But once you're outside the national park, then it's, you know, then at that point, you know, have at it, pick a cool spot. But I bet if we were to sit here long enough, you'd probably see all kinds of cool wildlife coming through. Moose, probably bears. Apparently there's hawks and stuff in this area. There's also eagles. I mean, the eagles are probably more higher up into the mountainous areas, but we're kind of down in the valley. But I bet you would see all kinds of cool shit. Now I will basically follow this trail back to the parking lot. This was a quick one, but it was enjoyable. Well, that is it for the Lone Sheiling. I think I said it wrong the first time, but it is called the Lone Sheiling. So I got a bit of a decision to make. Do we want to go to this lake, or we can actually go to the Gypsum mines, which I think would actually be better. It's a bit of quite a bit of a backtrack. I hope there's like a good hike in there because I really want that. But then we could also cool off in the water, which is nice. The lake area, you can't really do that. That's also part of the national park, but. I'm going to take a look at the map and see how long the hike is to the lake versus how long the Gypsum mine area is. What the heck? Where did everybody go? There's literally only 2 people here now. Earlier we were here and there was like a billion people all on this one platform looking for whales. I do wonder if anybody actually saw any. I mean, I didn't get any opportunity to see anything, but I'll give it a minute and see if any happen to show up. But I did decide I am going to go to the Gypsum mines just because it looks a lot more exciting than the lake I was looking at. And I figured the next 2 days are going to be jam-packed with more adventures anyways. Tomorrow we're going to be basically heading probably into a camping spot pretty early. And yeah, we're going to see a lot more stuff like this. So a lot more vlogs coming your way and more camping videos and haunted places as well. Damn, this is freaking nuts. Look at this. This is so friggin' cool. I'm like driving through clouds. Look at me go, Ma. Look at me go! Pretty incredible. Wow. I wonder if this is just the whole way back now. Where'd the sun go? It's gone. Okay. Pretty freaking epic. Holy. Damn, it just like really cooled off out here. I mean, it's 20 degrees Celsius, but it sure as hell doesn't feel like it. Oh, my ears are popping again. Holy crap, look at all this. This is intense. Even in BC, I didn't see this. This is called the East Coast fog, and it is rolling in heavy. I wonder if we're going to experience the same thing tomorrow. Tomorrow the weather is not looking delicious, not like today's, but wow. I'm going to stop for a second because look at that. Like, you literally can't even see into the valley. That is nuts. So intense. Alright, let's continue going down the mountain. And this is legit like one of the most incredible sights ever. It's so eerie but beautiful at the same time. Legit, the fog is so heavy. I stopped here earlier and it wasn't like this. I'm just taking it in before we continue on to the mines. Okay, we are heading into Gypsum Mine. Apparently it's a bit of a hike, but a kilometer and a half. So finally getting my hike in that I wanted for the day. This place came highly recommended by Chelsea. I don't really plan on swimming, but I do want to see it. Apparently this place is like absolutely epic. It is like known to be a swimming hole. If anything, I'll just jump in with my shorts. I don't give a shit. But yeah, we're not going to stay too long. So it'll probably take about 20 minutes to hike in, stay for like, 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes, see what the heck is here, and then basically hike back out of here, head back to the Airbnb. I got some editing I want to get ahead of before we get out into no man's land tomorrow, because then tomorrow I kind of just want to enjoy the experience. I don't want to have to edit, but yeah. So this should be pretty fun though. I'm really looking forward to the next couple of days, doing the other side of the Cabot Trail. Because from what I remember, that side is really beautiful as well. But let's enjoy what we have here for now first. This is a really cool area. It looks like you could actually just drive right in. But that's okay, we needed the hike anyways. But this also looks like a really great camping spot. Like, I could literally just have set up right here. Would have been perfect. And then the lake, apparently you just follow this road and it's right behind this mountain basically. Damn. This is freaking cool. I made it. Sorry if things are a little foggy. My lens is all dirty and I cannot clean it right now. Need water and a proper rag, but yeah, this is it. This used to be an old mine. What a nice spot. Very clean. They're saying there's fish in there apparently. Alright, well that was pretty cool. Unfortunately, it is getting now later in the day, and it's actually 6:40. So by the time I get back to the car, it'll be exactly 7 o'clock. Gives me an hour and a half drive back to the Airbnb. I gotta do a whole bunch of stuff, get videos ready, and then basically prepare for tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see you guys in a bit.